30 mornings, right? Why do we use the hashtag? Well, one reason is because it's easy for us to track the conversations and get involved in the conversations, right? So you hashtag 30 mornings, and you click on it, and all of them show up. It also helps us collect these wonderful pictures. I mean, are you kidding with some of these pictures? They're just absolutely gorgeous. And by the way, to have your, and maybe your photo isn't here, but to have your photo featured, just post it on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, wherever you want, but Facebook is where we check first. Just post it on your page with the hashtag of 30 mornings, right? Hashtag 30 mornings. The winner for today, good morning, it's day 3, is Jolynn Cafferty, who took this phenomenal picture where it actually looks like the end of a matchstick, you know, the flame. So the sun looks like a matchstick flame, and it's just like what perfect timing, what a beautiful picture. And so Jolynn, do me a favor, please email Mandy at joinGenGen.com to claim your gift, and congratulations, great picture, lots of great pictures. We could have chosen 10 different pictures. They looked awesome, right? So today we're talking about silence, right? And it fits into the bigger picture, showing you the Savers methodology. And today is going to be, and Jolynn says thank you, you're very welcome. So silence, right? We're going deep on silence. Meditation, prayer, deep breathing, quiet time. The idea is to quiet your mind. Block out all the chatter. Start the day with calm thoughts, just freeing your mind to just be present. We need that. I have to tell you, it's day 3. We're down 60 people. We're down 60 people. Well, now we're down, I guess people are still signing in, so I can't really say that number. But, you know, still, top 1%, you're still kicking butt. And today, you got out of bed for day 3. And I will tell you, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, I'm sorry, day 5 will be easy. It depends on what is your day 5. Saturday will be easy, right? Sunday will be tough. Monday will be tough, but it's an easy kind of tough. It's not an impossible kind of tough. Remember, you promised that you were going to show up no matter what, no matter how groggy you are. Some of you are probably watching this in bed, right? I mean, it's all good. So you got out of bed, congratulations. It's already a successful day, right? So today's Wednesday. Our wake-up call was to get up 15 minutes earlier. The focus is S is for silence again. Yesterday we talked about quiet time, and there's something about hugging a mug of coffee out on the back patio in a park-like setting and not focusing on anything. And I have to tell you, the one that resonates with me is quiet time, right? I do all 3 of these alternately, right? I do the meditation and deep breathing, I do the prayer, and I also do the quiet time. But the one that I seem to default to is the quiet time. It's just nice to not have to make a decision. How many of you know what I'm talking about? How many of you are the decision makers for your business or for your household? How many? Put I am in the questions box if you're the one that makes all the decisions. Yeah, right. I mean, look at this. We got all these I ams, right? I am. So and now I know that you're better than me, right? But I have on occasion made a lot of decisions at work, some of them very big, and we can't predict the future, but we try to make our decisions as beneficial for the future as possible, but we don't know, so there's stress around these big, giant decisions, right? And then you get home at 5 or 6, and your spouse says, what do you want for dinner? And you're like, you're shaking, right? Because it's like one more decision. You're like, I don't care. I don't care. Please just make the decision for me, right? And maybe it's even worse than that, right? It's like, just fix it. I'll eat it. Well, here's the deal, right? Is we have to have that quiet time. You know, we need to make our time in the morning to just not have any decisions to make. Don't make a decision for what you're going to do for silence. Just enjoy the silence. Yesterday we talked about the tall glass of water and how, you know, it's great that, you know, right now, literally, my cup that I drank from this morning is right next to me on my left. It is, you're going to laugh. Mary Krumanacher is going to laugh. Dan Luigs is going to laugh. It's a St. Louis Cardinals cup from the stadium. I live in Atlanta, just for full disclosure. And there's just something about having the first 2 or 3 things you're going to do set, right? It's like I wake up slowly. I stretch. I have a series of 7 or 8 stretches. I've had some back issues in the past. Just so you know, notice I catch your language. I said back pain in the past. Isn't that cool? Huh? But it's one of those where I do these stretches, and then I get up, I splash cold water in my face, which just kind of wakes me up. And then I go down, I drank a glass of water that has lemon juice in it, and it's room temperature water, right? And then it's like, boom, we're up, we're ready to go. Well, I didn't talk about all the benefits of the tall glass of water, but I want you to know there's a ton of benefits to this, and one is it really, and I've been asked to share my stretches. I won't do it today, but I will tomorrow. In fact, I'll prepare a slide that shows you my exact routine, and at this point, it's a really good, efficient routine. You know what? Back pain free for 6 months, and I haven't thrown my back out for 18 months. So it's been very, very good for me. So here's the thing: is you like coffee? Do you partake in caffeine? Well, here's the thing: is did you know that by having the tall glass of water in the morning, you actually hydrate yourself, and your coffee will work even more. Your caffeine will be even more effective the more you're hydrated. So I encourage you, I don't, listen, I'm free, right? It's like, do whatever you want. You know, it's your morning. But there are certain things that I will emphasize. The tall glass of water in the morning that is room temperature, has a little bit of lemon juice to start your morning is something I'm going to strongly suggest. There's so much research to back it up that it needs to be mentioned more than once. So you showed up. You said no matter what, you're going to show up. You may not implement everything. You may not get every page in the journal done. You may not read every page of MMREA. But guess what? You're going to show up for this webinar. And by the end of this showing up, you are going to rock it, right? You are going to have a awesome perspective on, right, on life, on what that looks like. So here's the deal. Today is silence, and we call this private spiritual conversations. And it's one of those where, you know, I am Christian. I'll throw it out there, but I don't care, right? We have to realize that we are physical beings, having actually, we are not physical beings having a spiritual experience. What we are is we're spiritual beings having a physical experience, or at least that's my thought, regardless of religion. If you look at all the religions, that is a commonality with those different things, right? So here's the thing, right? Prayers and conversations with a higher power. Let me ask you, like, do you have a set routine on that? Or is it one of those where, I mean, like, I will tell you what I do, and it's not right or wrong. It's just, I just start, Dear Father in Heaven. And then you know, I'm so grateful for all the blessings that you've bestowed upon me. Thank you so much for everything that you've given. Thank you so much for the opportunities. Thank you for allowing me to share this morning with such beautiful people and with such high energy people. Thank you for giving me my health, my family's health. Thank you for everything that you provide. I appreciate everything that you've given me, And please guide me as I use those resources as well as I can to do your work. In Jesus' name we pray, right? And that's not, I mean, I want you to know, that's how I do it, which is totally off the cuff, totally, spontaneous, and I just let it come from the heart. I don't think about it. I let it come out, and that's the power of silence. I want everybody to know, is it's not a thinking game. If you have to think about it, silence isn't going to be full power. It just let it come out, and that's what I love. That's what I love about having the choice. Instead of there's people out there that are teaching this stuff that say you have to meditate, right? I want you to know you don't have to meditate, and if you don't feel like meditating, enjoy the quiet time. If you don't feel like the quiet time and you're really compelled, instinctually, intuitively to have a private conversation, then do it, right? I mean, full disclosure, and maybe you will, maybe you will think I'm weird. I am weird, so maybe you'll just know I'm weird. I mean, I've had conversations with my dog, right? And I think there's actually a book called Conversations with Dog, right, instead of Conversations with God, right? And it's just like, Lucky, thank you so much. You're so loyal and you're so loving. No matter how much I ignore you or how much I do or how long I'm gone, you're right there. You're right there in my grill, loving me, and you're just so loyal and so, oh my God, come here. It's just like, and that can be part of silence, right? It's just that conversations with dog. So that's the bottom line, right, is that we really focus on what comes out. What are there things that you do around silence, right? Yeah, no one is as supportive as a dog. They always know. Isn't that the truth? Okay, so Paul asked about, do you meditate in addition to the prayer? Here's the thing. I'm going to talk about meditation tomorrow, right? I love speaking to dog. Yeah, love from the heart, absolutely, right? 10-4, everybody's getting it. So the bottom line is it's your conversation. There are people who have very structured prayer rituals in the morning, and that's okay. There are people who are very intuitive and off the cuff. There are people who literally read the same prayer every morning, and guess what? It's okay. It's okay. There's no right way or wrong way to pray. And that's something that I've had to learn over time because I grew up Catholic, right? I grew up in a very, this is how it's done, these are the rituals. And what I found is when I created my own ritual, I embraced them, I owned it, it became mine, and I got the full benefit of the experience. Same thing here, right? Same thing here. So here, we need to next go into actions and your assignments from today, right? And we're going to be done in less than 9 minutes. I'm getting better, right? I'm going to get better at getting quicker and shorter. These classes may just end up 30 minutes. I'd rather not do that because justifying that to my team would be something because we're doing this at no cost. But you know what? It is what it is, and we'll make it happen. So first thing is get up 15 minutes earlier. Right? Same time as the first 2 days. You did it. Check it off. Scratch it off, whatever it is. Today, you have a Facebook assignment. Now, you're not always going to have Facebook assignments, but today is Wednesday. Today is a good day to post this. It's hump day. So I want you to post, I am grateful for, and then you're blank. So notice in day 2, in your journal, right, it said, I am grateful for. Now, you filled that out, you can use that answer. Or you can just take your Freedom Journal for today, day 3, and just fill that in and then use that answer, right? So you can use yesterday's answer or use today's answer. So I am grateful for, and here's my suggestion to you, is that for all of the 30 days in your Freedom Journal that you do I am grateful for, I encourage you to change it up. Right? Change it every time, right? And you will find the power in this when I cover affirmations and appreciations next week. If there's something that has changed my life, I want you to know that it is affirmations and appreciations, and I will go into that. You know, I will do great on appreciations and affirmations. You will love that. So, you're gonna. I am grateful for blank hashtag 30 mornings. If you want to share your morning picture, which on the East Coast you better take your picture quickly, right? If you want to share your picture, say I am grateful for blank, and then hashtag 30 mornings. That's okay too, right? So your action today is to practice silence for 15 minutes, or do your 6-minute savers, whichever one you want to do. Now, some of you have already done your entire savers. That's okay, right? That's okay. Today, just focus on it, do it. Focus on what I talk about, though. If you haven't done prayer or spirituality or a conversation with a higher power, I encourage you to try it today. Just try it out, see how it feels, right? Nobody's holding you to it. Now, in your Freedom Journal, I have one question for you, right? You have lots of questions. You know, I am grateful for, in 98 days I will. My number one focus today is to get closer to my goal today. I will, and a couple of things on your goal. Hopefully you guys are working towards your goals. By the end of today, I will have accomplished these 3 things, right? The action plan for the day, and then thoughts, ideas, musings, which for me has always been like a quote that comes from me, you know. So here's the question I have. By the end of today, you will have accomplished what? In the questions box, I want you to finish that sentence. By the end of today, I will have accomplished, say, I will accomplish, and then fill out the rest. So in the questions box, I will accomplish, and then finish that sentence. By the end of the day, I will finish how to get these done in 15 minutes. Here we go. And I'm taking a little sip of coffee, so if you hear me drinking, I apologize. My dog heard me, by the way. My dog came in. I'm at my home office, and my dog came in and sat next to me. How funny is that? Do you think they have a sixth sense? Listen to these. Listen to these. Very accomplished people sharing what they're going to accomplish, right? I mean, you have to realize there are heavy hitters in this group. I mean, people who make millions, not millions. So I will accomplish my new business card, have it ready for family reunion. Is that specific or what? I love it. You will have the design done to the printers. They will be churning out, and they will look like $1 million. Sharmini, if I had a suggestion, is maybe share what you're thinking on a Facebook group, right? Here's the other thing, is make sure you have your physical address on the card. That's one of my pet peeves from somebody who writes a lot of handwritten notes. Speaking of which, Laura Woodard says, I will accomplish 12 handwritten notes to expired listings, right? That's awesome. And by the way, the key there is handwritten notes. I will accomplish 1 listing appointment. Beth, by the end of the day, will find someone somewhere in her city that needs her services. And her job today is to find that person. Trust me, Beth, that person exists. Every day, somebody in your city is thinking, and probably hundreds and maybe thousands of people in your city are thinking about selling. All you have to do is find them. I will accomplish my goal of creating my vision board and organizing my desk. Lisa, I would only say, listen, focus on one of those. I will accomplish creating my vision board, right? Or if organizing your desk is more important, I will accomplish organizing my desk. I only say get one, right? Pick one and make it the biggest accomplishment of the day. I will accomplish getting my desk organized. Today, as of right now, it's a pile of papers. Susan, right? So focus on your desk. I will get all of my contacts in my CRM, Shannon, right? So here's the thing is, well, Shannon, if you bring that up at a future, one of these, I have some suggestions on that will rock your world and surprise you. I will accomplish all of my sabers, right? Kim Jones is going to do the complete morning ritual. I will accomplish my top 25 list. I love that. Writing new contracts for agents. Love that. 3 calls. Communication with my key people and rock our home meeting. 15 expireds. How about the 100 calls, right? A couple people are doing, I will accomplish 100 calls today. How cool is that, right? Nick Shoemaker, Rockstar in Nashville, I will accomplish sending out my farming cards to 1,000 prospects. So I would be more specific, right? Does that mean these cards go out today, or you're going to review the mail piece, or whatever it may be, right? So powerful, powerful. Look at, I mean, you guys are accomplished, rocking people, and I love it. I love it. I will complete my business plan today. Nikki, are you in Catalyst? Because we helped everybody do that last week. Yes, Phyllis Miller laughed because she got it, that dog spelled backwards is God, right? And it's like, yeah, there's conversations with dog. I think there's a book or something like that that talks about that. I will accomplish time blocking for my rituals, Heather Lemieux. Boom, right? All right, everybody, you guys rock it out. I mean, amazing, right? Great stuff. Now, remember, you were to read chapter 3 from yesterday, right? What was your biggest thing you got out of chapter 3? Please read along, right? Chapter 3 was what? It's like it's like no pages, right? I'm sorry, you were supposed to read chapter 3. So, how many pages is chapter 3? It literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 8 pages, right? So what was your biggest thing you got out of chapter 3? I can tell you the funnest part that I wrote, right? The funnest part, and you may want to go back and read it, is the 7 causes of mediocrity. Go back and read those, and especially read number 7. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, I don't remember it because I read the whole book, right? I couldn't stop, which that's a high five to myself, just so you know, because that's how I write, right? I definitely encourage you to read the part, and I want to make this a more involved part of the mornings, just so you know, but read the 7 levels of mediocrity, or the 7 causes of mediocrity, and embrace those, right? Figure out, I mean, it's like part of being successful is figuring out why I might not be successful, right? The biggest one is that whole thought of now. How important now is. A lot of you are laughing about how, I'm doing these calls, I'm doing these webinars, and they're taking 30 minutes instead of 15, right? Because I love you, right? I mean, you're engaged, you're making it happen. And I think it's one of those where, I want to stay within the realm of my time block, and yet there is that thing about, but I know what it does to the rest of the day if I take a meeting that is supposed to be 15 and make it 30 minutes, right? I know that a lot of people are like 30 minutes is perfect, 30 minutes, and I get it. I think the biggest thing is now. Right? I think the greatest gift that you can ever give another person is attention, right? It's paying attention. It's your focus. My dad always said, wherever you are, be there 100%. And what we tend to do is we tend to downplay the now. We're always looking to the future, or we're thinking about the past, but where life occurs is the now. It is the present. And being present is the greatest gift, right? Being present, and I want you to know, one of the secrets to my success, the reason I've had the success I have in relationships and in life, is because when I'm with someone, I'm with someone. When I'm with you, I'm with you. And I will tell you, I've had people, you know, 3,000 people at our summit, the Mastermind Summit we did in Atlantic City. 3,000 people, and walking through, I'm the MC of the event, right, and a speaker. So walking through, there's going to be a lot of people, but what I do when I see you is I stop, I turn, I fully face you, and I have a 30-second or 1-minute conversation, right? Because I know the power of the now. So today, I want you to really stop yourself on occasion and go, okay, am I really being present? When you're with a person, don't be looking at your phone. Don't be looking at your computer. Stop what you're doing and start that conversation, and then stop that conversation. And then, and do you see, if there's something you're going to get out of 30 mornings, is the power of specificity. The power, specificity, being specific with your purpose, being specific with what you want, being specific leads to clarity, and clarity is power, and power is confidence. You will move forward in faith and confidence by being more specific with your thinking, with what you want, right? So the bottom line is that I appreciate you being here today, and you know, I want to, yeah, being present, just like your dog. Yeah, your dog is totally there, ready to be pet, and loves you, right? So before I go, I need to share a success story from day 1. It was actually day 2 for all of us, but day 1 for Jennifer. And I know Jennifer, she's one of the most beautiful people on the planet. And here's the thing, is some of the most beautiful people on the planet have struggles too. So she shot this picture and put it on Facebook and used the hashtag of 30 mornings. And it said, I loved attending my first morning with you all. She's already part, look at that, with you all. Doesn't that make you feel better about her already? I mean, she's like including all of us, right? I have only just started, but can already feel a profound shift is possible. I am the queen of sleeping in. And I want everybody to notice, please notice what you write when you write it, right? Jennifer used to be the queen of sleeping in. Now, she says, I am the queen of sleeping in. You will notice that over these 30 days, that will change, right? So I am the queen of sleeping in, and truly, like somebody says, I am not a morning person. Well, you get up at 12:01 p.m., right? So here's the thing. And truly thought I despise being up early. That being said, and notice truly thought is past tense, right? So not to psychoanalyze her sentences, sorry. That being said, I can say, that being said, I can't tell you how very present I felt today when I not only had time to do this, but was also able, I'm smiling, able to savor this beautifully quiet moment with my baby. Normally, I would feel rushed and pulled in many directions because I felt behind from not having that grounding me time. It was pure survival. I don't know if she meant to write it was pure, but it was like I was pure survival, which is a powerful statement, right? Today, I was just with her. How amazing. Thank you sincerely on reminding me how to be present again. And I want everybody to know is that the getting up a little bit earlier, it's not about getting up earlier, remember, it's about getting up better. But there is this power in feeling that you are ahead, right? Versus feeling like you're already behind when you get up. You know, you are a winner. You deserve to feel that feeling of being ahead because you are ahead of the pack. You are in the top 1%. So I just want you to know I love the interaction on Facebook at the group. If you're not there, go to 30mornings.com. You know, the bottom line here is that I want you to all know that especially moms. You know what? I'm going to speak to the moms. Jennifer, you've inspired me, right? Because I've coached a lot of moms. And here's how profess to understand how women think whatsoever, but here's what I do know that a mom thinks is that, like, if the spouse is not on board with 30 mornings, it's tougher for a mom, right? Because here's what the mom thinks is that I can't put the alarm in the room. I can't put the alarm outside the room because I don't want to bug my spouse, right? And they have this overarching thought of what is it good for my spouse, right? So if I put the alarm in the bathroom, which means I'm going to have to get up and truly get up and go get it, but they use this thought of, is it good for the spouse? And it's like, no, that's going to really bother the spouse, right? And they have this overarching thought of, is it good for the spouse? Is it good for the kid? Or is it good for the kids? Or is it good for the family? Or is it good for the house? Or is it good for the dog? Or is it good for the backyard? Or is it good for the teacher, right? If I pack this certain thing in lunch, will it be good for the teacher? Will it be okay for the class? Is it good? And I want you to know, moms, is the first thing you need to think when you start making these decisions is you need to think, is it good for me? Is it good for me? And I'm going to tell you something. Do it. If it's good for me, if it's good for you, it's good for the family, it's good for the kids, it's good for the spouse, it's good for the teachers, it's good for your life. Ask yourself, is it good for me? And if the answer is yes, do it. And guess what? Your good spouses, your good kids, your good teachers, your good family, your good dog, your good house will all understand. So with that, I need to sign off, everyone. I have a call. But I just wanted to let you know that I love you. I appreciate you. You're worth it. Keep kicking butt. I will see you online later on today. And just know that tomorrow's day 4. You're worth it. You promised, no matter what. Tag the living heck out of things on Facebook today with 30 mornings because my team is being inspired by you. They're reading these and you're inspiring them. And I appreciate that. You're inspiring me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day, and rock on. You're the best.